Today on CCX News, legislative session fallout. Why the city of Brooklyn Park was left disappointed and what's next for projects that had hoped to get some state funding. Along with many other cities, Brooklyn Park requested state bonding dollars to further some of its major projects. But after a chaotic end to the legislative session, Brooklyn Park won't see that money this year. Emily Haugen explains what's next.
Brooklyn Park is very much a part of the American experiment. We have a ton of different cultures coming together.
The city of Brooklyn Park has big plans. Just ask Mayor Hollis Winston.
How do we make sure that we have the infrastructure, that everybody gets along, all heritages are respected, and we've got something for everybody to do?
For the city, infrastructure for everyone means a focus on activities, access, and public safety. That's why the council asked for about $28 million in bonding dollars for the state. Nearly $13 million of that ask was for a revamped central fire station, and another $12 million for the community activity centers, rinks, and courts.
We want to expand it so we can serve more youth, get them on the right path, and make sure they have positive things to do.
But the legislature's bonding bill missed this year's deadline.
We were disappointed. We would have hoped that they could have come to some type of conclusion around that. I think from our perspective, we're going to keep it positive. We're going to say, hey, look, we've got to make some tough decisions as a city.
Winston says on the bright side, bonding dollars weren't going to be their only source for these projects. The city already has $5 million in flexible state funds for the CAC.
How do we pull these different pots together? What do we need to do? And what conversations do we need to have with residents to make sure that we're getting everybody what they need?
In Brooklyn Park, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
Mayor Winston says discussions on where to pull the money from and how to spend it await the Brooklyn Park City Council on June 3rd. Swimming beaches open up this Memorial Day weekend. That includes the Elm Creek Swim Pond in Maple Grove. There's just one issue heading into the weekend. There's a shortage of lifeguards. So what's it like to be a lifeguard? Corey Bork gives us a glimpse of the job.
Okay, expectation.
It's orientation day.
You are a representation of the park district at all time.
These lifeguards are getting ready to watch over others at Elm Creek Swim Pond.
I'm Grace. This will be my third year with Elm Creek, but I've been lifeguarding for 5 years now.
Grace Ritten started lifeguarding when she was 16.
I started lifeguarding because I was a swimmer my whole life. I swam in high school, loved it.
Now in college, it's the perfect summer job.
This job is a ton of fun. You get to be outside all day. The people that work here are awesome. It's such a fun environment.
Three Rivers Park District could use more like her.
There's still a national lifeguard shortage going on, and we are not immune. We're definitely trying to find creative ways to bring on more lifeguards.
The Park District offers competitive wages.
Our starting wage is $16.50.
We're here to have fun and facilitate a safe environment for our guests.
And it provides training, helping swimmers get lifeguard certification.
We're a really fun environment for a teenager looking for a job.
For Ritten, it's an opportunity to help others.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
While she hasn't had to perform a rescue yet, Three Rivers makes sure she stays prepared.
We do trainings every single week to make sure we all know CPR, we all know rescues, everything like that.
Among her biggest challenges to date, helping parents find missing children.
We have multiple of those every summer. Thankfully, it's never anything super serious. It's normally like a kid goes to the bathroom and mom and dad don't know where they are.
Her big takeaway? The job provides skills you can use for life.
You just learn sort of how to read people, if you will, which I think is a cool skill to kind of take away that you wouldn't necessarily think you would have lifeguarding.
In Maple Grove, Corey Bork, CCX News.
Access to the outdoors is a privilege that some of us take for granted. And for students, the outdoors can teach important life skills. In today's School Spotlight, Kevin Miller shows us how the Osseo Education Center helps students set sail.
We're in Minnesota. There's water everywhere.
For these young adults, strapping on a life vest can be an important learning experience.
We got a little bit of wind today. It's supposed to be coming up.
The nonprofit Wyzetta Sailing is helping many of these students to experience something new.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's light wind, perfect for beginner sailors, enough to make the boat move.
We're just going to be taking off in the bit, going over some of the parts of the boat and just enjoying the day out here.
Out on the water, the learning picks up.
Now we're moving faster because the wind came to us. And if you look, there's another line.
Osseo Education Center teacher Angie O'Leary helped organize today's lesson.
I would say at least half of them, this was their first time on the water, and the majority of them, their first time on a sailboat.
You may notice these scholars look older than high school students.
You see you're turning to the left now?
Yeah.
That's because they're in a transitional program for students who graduated after receiving special education services.
They work on the 3 areas of transition: life skills, employment, and functional academics.
Today, they added sailing to that list.
It's an opportunity that many of them don't have outside of school. So the more that we can get them involved with sailing and canoeing and other on-the-water outdoor activities, the better for them.
And what they've learned
sailing the boat is kind of awesome.
Could keep them on the water for the rest of their lives.
I hope they come back.
In Wayzata, Kevin Miller, CCX News.
It wasn't the way Wolves fans wanted to start, but a Maple Grove Cupcake shop hopes fans will be just as enthusiastic for the rest of the team's playoff run.
We've got here our Bring Ass Cupcakes to Maple Grove.
Nadia Cakes is putting a spin on the now viral tourism phrase made famous by Wolves star Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves-themed cupcakes, which are a chocolate chip flavor topped with vanilla buttercream frosting, debuted on Wednesday and immediately became a fan favorite.
We sold out yesterday, so we made a whole fresh batch this morning, so we're fully in stock for today. We also added some gluten-free options with this cupcake, so you can bring your ass in here and get some cupcakes.
Nadia Cakes will have the Timberwolves-themed cupcakes in stock for as long as fans want them.